it is times like these that I am so incredibly happy I added a new shelf. Hey everyone, welcome back to Andrew's Wizardly Reads, and as always guys, I am Andrew, and today we have got the mother of all book hauls. This is a 40 book haul, mainly Christmas gifts and things of that nature. So I'm going to start this video by just saying thank you to everybody who sent me a book for Christmas. It means the world to me. But before we jump any further into this book haul, please like and subscribe to the channel, as it does help the channel grow, and you can check the description box down below for links to all of my social media, including information about the Discord, Patreon, Amazon wishlist, where most of this came from. And yeah, without any really more messing around, we should just kind of jump right into this, because this is going to be a very long book haul. We're going to start off this book haul with probably the one that is immediately the most meaningful to me, and that is due to a loss on my Patreon. This was sent to me by my good friend Sharon Dwyer, who has since passed. Quite literally, this book arrived in the mail. I went to go send a thank you message, only to not get a response. And basically, we found out the next day after I had sent that thank you message that Sharon had sadly passed away. So this is forever a cherished, irreplaceable part of my collection. So I did a whole short saying thank you, but Sharon, even though you'll never see this, thank you so much for this. I've already read this book. It's one of my favorites, and I have made sure that your gift receipt will never ever get lost. It is basically laminated in packing tape on the inside of the front cover. So this is irreplaceable, and it means the world to me. And she will be sorely missed. Moving right along, we've got, of course, right here, Patrick O'Brien, Master and Commander. I believe this is book 1. Yep, it's got a nice little 1 right there on the spine. Oh, as I almost drop it. Ooh, I'm so sorry. This was kindly sent to me by just somebody by the name of Winter Warlock. So Winter Warlock, whoever you are, thank you so much. I have heard Murphy Napier read this. I've actually talked to Murphy Napier about this series. She says if I can catch up to where she is currently at, we might continue the series as a buddy read. And then also, when I went to go see my grandfather for his 90th birthday, my aunt was reading this series, and she loved it. So that I've got kind of 2 recommendations for the series, so that's what it's here for. I hear there's a great relationship. I don't really know a whole lot more about it, but we will see what this is about. I know there's a movie based off of Master and Commander, so that's about all I know. I then received a review copy for The Song of the Forest, Tales of Aiden Dawson, book 1 by J.T. Chugg. And Aiden hadn't ever felt like he belonged anywhere. Instead, he would lose himself in fantastical worlds within his wild imagination about mischievous fae. That's all I really needed to hear from the pitch. I immediately said yes, so I cannot wait to check this one out. It speaks to the inner child in me, because I was always just kind of thinking about things and worlds and stories, and I had a wild imagination when I was a kid. Now I'm old and sad and depressed, and anyway, moving on. We got some gifts from my dad. My dad went on my Amazon wishlist and picked up 5 books for me. He picked up books 4 through 6 in the, I believe this is the Uhtred, Son of Uhtred, I don't know the name of the series. Last Kingdom, I know, is the name of the TV show. The Viking Saga? I don't know. But we've got books 4 through 6. God, what is going on with me right now? We've got Death of Kings, Sword Song, and The Burning Land. So those came in a nice saran wrap bundle. He also got me the UKB trade paperback of A Curse of Krakens by Kevin Hearn. I actually like this edition a lot more. So I've also got the second book coming in this size, and I will be picking up the first book, but those will be replacement copies. I love the artwork on these. I love the bigger size. I need to really get back to the series because I really loved the first book. And then he also got me Mark Lawrence's The Book That Would Not Burn. I am now 4 books behind on Mark Lawrence, but I will get caught up because he just announced or just released the cover art for the second book, and it looks stunning. Then Tori from Tori Talks realized that I was having a great time with The Legend of Eli Monpress, so she got me books 4 and 5 in the Monpress series. That's Spirit's End and The Spirit War. I am so excited. These are much beefier than the Omnibus edition. These books are different sizes. I just realized that these books are in fact different size. Look at that. That is wild. That's a whole half-inch size difference. That's insanity. I didn't know that. I just realized that here on camera. Orbit, do better. Like, what are you doing? It looks like they chopped off a good... It looks like the shortage is right here on the bottom. You can kind of see right here that everything lines up. They just chopped off the bottom of the book. Huh. Okay. Fair enough. That's what Orbit's up to. But anyway, that aside, thank you, Tori. Next up, we have got the Parasol Protectorate. And I've got the entire series. Essentially, my friend Andrew D. Meredith basically said, hey, I've got a local bookstore that's kind of going out of business. Here's what they got on their shelves. I noticed they had books 2 through 5 on their shelves. And I asked for those, and he kindly sent those my way. And then, because I didn't have Soulless yet, I added that to my wish list to buy later. And that was kindly picked up by my good friend Feeny from Feeny Reads. So thank you so much for that, Feeny. It is awesome. We've got Soulless, by the way. We've got Blameless. These are out of order. Heartless. And yes, these are romantasy. Don't judge me. I'm actually getting back into romantasy with Alona Andrews lately. I've been listening to Ruby Fever. So yeah, for some reason, romantasy is just kind of calling to me, especially the urban fantasy romantasy ones. We've got Timeless. And we've got Changeless. This is the one I need to read next, and I'm planning on reading it here soon. Then I was sent a review copy by the amazing Dr. Philip Chase. We have got the third and final book in the Adan trilogy with these gorgeous covers. This is a highly anticipated series for me in 2024. So thank you, Philip. This is awesome. I will read through this, and I will cherish this forever. Thank you so much. And then we've got a beautiful, beautiful book next. We're going to do some special editions before we get back into the stacks and stacks on stacks of books. We have got Grim Oak Press's The Dragon Bone Chair. Grim Oak Press did a Black Friday sale where they listed a lot of damaged, air quotes, damaged product. And the damage that I've been able to find is there's like a little black mark on the pages right there. The dust jacket's like maybe a hair too short. And, I mean, like there's some slight ripples in the leather. But that's it. Everything else is absolutely pristine. And this is triple signed right here. You can see by the artist and by Tad Williams. And yeah, this was absolutely fantastic. I already had the hardcover of Dragonbone Chair, but now I've got the special edition. And I actually sent Nico my hardcover for an exchange. We did kind of an exchange of books for Christmas. I will definitely be trying to pick up the Stone of Farewell when Grim Oak releases that for the general public on the 31st of January. So fingers crossed I can get my hands on that. If not, I will hopefully try and snag a damaged copy, because if this is what you consider damaged Grim Oak Press, I'm more than willing to pay for them. Then we have, of course, got three Folio Society books. And the bad thing about this one was when these were purchased, they were accidentally sent to the wrong house. They were sent to an address I don't live at anymore. So I had to go drive to my old house, knock on the door, and talk to the people who bought my old house. And be like, did you get a package with my name on it? And they were like, yeah, we got it. So I was able to get a hold of these Folio Society books. These were kindly bought for me by my amazing wife. And essentially what we've got here is we have got Philip Pullman's The Book of Dust. And let me just kind of pull that out for you so you can kind of see what this is about. This is the sequel series to his Dark Materials. And then, of course, I didn't just get one. I got two of the sequel books because that's all that's currently out in this sequel series. I also got the La Belle Sauvage, Volume 1. So this is the first book. And then that is the second book in the trilogy. But here it is out of its slipcase. And again, absolutely gorgeous. Then next up, we have got another Folio Society book. I told you there were 3 of them, and here they are. We have got Stephen King's Misery. Not my favorite Stephen King book, but I wanted all of the Stephen King books that Folio had on offer, and so I now do. And this is, again, another gorgeous, gorgeous copy. Folio Society just doesn't miss. I love, love, love these. So thank you so much to my amazing and wonderful wife. And speaking of my wonderful wife, she also got me this. And I know it's kind of hard to see, but it basically says Andrew's Wizardly Reads, established 2021 with a book logo. This is going to go above my shelves and kind of denote the Andrew's Wizardly Reads area. Is there something I can kind of show you? Let me pick up some of this paper and you can kind of see Andrew's Wizardly Reads. There you go. You can kind of see it a little bit using that paper. This was amazing. Probably one of my favorite Christmas gifts that I got this year. So, yeah, I absolutely love this. She says she got it off Etsy. She killed it. It was fantastic. A couple other non-bookish things. I got this Bah Humbug candle from Brian Bell from BellTube. He did a whole video on this, and I love it. It actually smells amazing. It's a bookish candle. It's a book lover's soy candle. Pine, fig, orange, and pepper. Bah Humbug. Because I DNF a lot of books. And then from Michael R. School Thesis, I got so much from Michael. Thank you so much, Michael. You were very generous this year. I got Arc of Ascension. This is a book that I did a review copy read for. I really enjoyed this. And in person, this book is even more just eye-popping than I ever thought it was going to be. These purples absolutely, absolutely work. He also sent me a nice little mug with the cover on there as well. So thank you so much, Michael. I also got a gift basket. Michael was amazing to me this year. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And then a series I've been dying to try, but I haven't gotten to yet, but I did get book 2. And this one was kindly sent to me by Ty Patrick. So thank you so much, Ty. I believe this is Ty the Reader Guy. This is The Sun Prince by L.R. Schulz. I love this cover art. Thank you so much. This is just so cool. And look at that. Look at this front page, by the way. Just look at that. Isn't that so cool? I don't know if the light's kind of knocking it out, but it is so cool in person. You've got this kind of portal look around the title of the book. It's really, really cool. I then received this from Christopher G. Brenning, and you'll kindly see, or you'll really coolly see my name right here on the back. I blurbed this. I read this prior to release, and I absolutely loved Servitor of Sin, and it's in this really cool hardback. You should be checking out the Hellborn King. It's so incredibly good. I then got Pathligher. Did I buy this one for myself? I think I bought this one for myself. This is Pathligher by Rob Lay. And, I mean, just the cover art on this, a couple of my friends have been checking this one out. I think Kay is the one who interviewed the author recently. I think that's correct. I don't know. But, I mean, I just loved the cover of this. This is a cover buy, and then hopefully the story really resonates with me. I don't have any reason to believe that it won't resonate with me. I looked into it. It sounded cool, so I bought it. Then, of course, remember I told you I did a kind of a book exchange with Nico. Well, I sent him the very rare, very hard to get a hold of original hardcover of the Dragonbone Chair. And in exchange, he bought me books 2 through 4 of Temeraire. And that's Throne of Jade, that's Black Powder War, and Empire of Ivory. And what's really cool about this is, there we go, is the spine makes a continuous image. I love it, and thank you so much, Nico, for these. It was a great gift to receive from you, my friend. And then I also got this. This was a gift from my wife's aunt. We kind of do a gift exchange in the family, and so she got me Victory of Eagles, which is book 5, which, if I put it together, now looks something like this. And you can kind of see the image coming together. And I've got book 1 on the shelf, but I'm not going to go ahead and get that. So you'll just have to imagine the theater of the mind, as we say in D&D. I then picked up The Way of Shadows by Brent Weeks because I was at a half-price books, and I got books 2 and 3 when I was on vacation, but I didn't have book 1, so I had to get book 1 so I'd have the whole complete trilogy. I can now start this series, and fingers crossed that I love it. I received a gift from my good friend, JCM Byrne, author of The Hybrid Helix. This is The Shadow of Hyperion, book 4 in that series, and this book was amazing. I love Hybrid Helix. It's my comfort read. It means the world to me that you sent this hardcover edition to me, JCM Byrne. Please check this series out. It's amazing. I got an arc for this one. I reviewed it. I loved it. So incredibly good. Rowan continues to be awesome. I then got Spark of the Divine by Lewis Holland. This is another gift from my family. It's a part of that gift exchange. And this one came on my radar when I did a live show, and it was multicast. So there is a stream of it on my channel with Andrew D. Meredith, where they did kind of a small business Saturday, and they brought in a whole bunch of indie authors. I'll have that linked in the description box down below. And this was one that really caught my interest, so I added it to my wish list, and my wife's family was kind enough to pick it up for me. Then I've got this, and we had Rachel Aaron on earlier, and now we've got her again. We've got The Last Stand of Mary Goodcrow, and I also got book number 2 in this series as a gift. This is also part of the family gift exchange, but sadly, Amazon wrecked it at some point. It literally looked like someone had taken mud and just smeared it down the edge. So that is getting a replacement copy in the mail, but I'm very excited to get into it. It's fantasy western. Y'all know I love a fantasy western. And then, of course, I got this gift. This is more Matthew Corbett, and this was a gift from my good friend Tweenie. This is, I believe, book number 8 in that series, and I'm so excited to just dive in and get more Matthew Corbett. The season is kind of over for Matthew Corbett because it's a spookier season, but I might reach for the 4th book here soon, which is Providence Rider, but now I have all of the books that are currently out. I believe the last book is getting ready to come out here in 2024, so I need to get caught up. I then received my Kickstarter edition of AC Cobbles Deception, and again, this one is just very cool. It's signed. You can kind of see that right here. So yes, I still need to read this one. I have the ebook as well, and I believe I've got the audio, which is done by Travis Baldry. I just need to kind of find time to get back to the series. Hopefully it can return to being as awesome as book 1 was. I liked book 2, but I loved book 1, so I'm hoping to love book 3 as well. Then I've got this really cool review copy right here. I haven't actually laid eyes on this. It's got a letter, which I will read off camera. But this is from John Douglas, and you can say, warning, contains orcs. So let's pull the cord, get rid of all this twine right there, and then let's rip the paper. I know it's just packing paper, but it's those little attention to detail things that are really awesome. And again, we've got John A. Douglas, The Black Crown, Age of Adventures, number 1! And this is so incredibly cool. Look at this. Look at the spine. I love the way this looks. This is a review copy. I can't wait to dive into this one. Then I picked up a Stephen King book while I was at Half Price Books. Unfortunately, it looked to be in amazing shape. And then I took off the used book sticker, and you can kind of see this little matte thing going on right there, where it was damaged and they hid it underneath the used book sticker. So I'm annoyed, but this is just After Sunset. This is a short story collection or a novella collection. I can't remember which, but I will be adding that to my Stephen King shelf, although I might be getting another copy of it because that damage is going to drive me nuts. Now, we're almost done. We're actually getting through this a lot quicker than I thought we were going to. I received from 2 separate people both books in The Last War. And what's this series called? The Aiden Saga? So this is book 2, The Bitter Crown, and this is book 1, The Lost War. And Lost War I got as a gift from Doug. So thank you so much, Doug, for this. This was an SPFBO winner. And then it got picked up by Orbit, so that's very cool. And then this one's from a good friend of the channel, Jessica Bishop. We were on a readathon team years ago, and we've all stayed pretty close in that chat. We've actually got our own little server where we kind of just pop in and talk every once in a while. So never be afraid to join a readathon because you could make long-lasting friends. So thank you so much, Jessica. And then, hold on, let me get these up. I also was at Half Price Books because I kind of took a lot of the stuff that wasn't selling on Pango, and I just took it into Half Price Books to get rid of it. And then my Pango stock is going to be kind of redone as I slowly unhaul stuff that I don't like from my shelf. Hopefully that's not a lot of books, but it's inevitable. But I was able to pick up all of J.V. Jones's remaining books that I did not own. This is Sword and Shadow. Now, this one I got off of eBay, but this is Cavern of Black Ice, and it is in immaculate condition. I have since Mylar wrapped this entire series. I don't know in what order. Actually, I think I do know. Book 2 is A Fortress of Grey Ice in hardcover. Book 3 is A Sword from Red Ice. And then Book 4 is Watch of the Dead. This series has been waiting for its final release for quite a long time. But I think the last I heard, J.V. Jones had turned in the final book into her editor. So I think it's coming out in the next couple of years. So I felt safe picking up that series. I've got all of J.V. Jones's books. I've not read a single one of them. But hopefully she ends up being an author that I really enjoy. And then finally, we've got James Islington's The Will of the Many. This has been a BookTube darling this year, and I put it on my wish list, and somebody picked it up for me. And that person is a Secret Santa. So I believe this was from the Wiser Gift Exchange on the Wizards Enclave Discord. But that is all of the books that I got this year for Christmas. So thank you everybody who sent me a book, and I am flabbergasted and humbled by all of your generosity. Thank you all so much. Hopefully going forward, because I am starting a Read Your Challenge, or a Read Your Shelf challenge here on the channel. And the intent of that is to read what I already have, but it is not a book buying ban, so I will still be buying up new releases that I'm excited for, or sequels that are releasing in series I already own. So I will still be adding books to the shelf, but hopefully on a more quarterly basis for the book hauls instead of a monthly basis. But we will see what happens. That's all I've really got for you today, guys. Till next time, peace out, stay magical, and yeah, thank you so much. And as always, I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons.